Hello, this is Kathy Beatty with Divorce Support Anonymous coming to you Friday night, stepping into your life to give you some tools, some help, some hope as you're going through the trauma of divorce. Tonight, I want to first of all start with a couple of announcements, which has been posted or was up a moment ago, and that is my next group begins October 10th. I am holding them hybrid. I've had people from in the United States, all around the United States, outside of the United States. So wherever you may find yourself located on the globe and you have internet, you can be part of a hybrid group. So contact me. My phone number is right there. Text me and give me your email and I will send you a registration form. We spend 10 weeks together. There are 10 very important weeks talking about all of the issues that you have to face as you're going through divorce. We talk about emotions. We talk about the decisions that we have to make. We talk about accepting where we are and where we will land during this and after this divorce. And then, of course, my favorite part is we talk about moving forward. We begin looking forward. Now, if you're in the middle of the divorce right now, you can't see 2 feet in front of you, I bet. But you are going to get to a point, and I want you to know that because it's very important that you know you're going to make it through this. How do I know that? Because I worked in the past 17 years with hundreds of men and women who came to me initially very raw, very broken, and yet intentionally worked on their healing, dealt with what was in front of them, and have gone on to live a beautiful life, just like you will. So one of the many things that I do in this divorce process, not only hold groups, but I'm also a divorce coach and a divorce mediator. Now, if you're new to this process, you may have not a clue on what that means. So I just want to share and educate you a little bit on what that means. What is a divorce coach? What is a divorce coach? What do they do? So I have been a divorce coach for many years. I don't know, 17 years. I have been working and facilitating groups, and then I became a domestic mediator, and then I became a divorce coach. So it's all kind of the past 17 years melded together. So I have worked with people, and this is individual. When I'm a divorce coach, I am on your side. I am your advocate. I'm your supporter. I'm going to help guide you through this process. So, and that's exactly what they do. Is a divorce coach is going to guide you through the process. They're going to explain to you how this process works. And point number 4, you're going to understand why that's very important alongside of your attorney. Now, I am not your attorney and I don't give you legal advice, but I can help guide you through the legal process. I can give you the questions to ask the attorney, and that is going to save you a lot of time, a lot of money, and is going to empower you to go through this process. Now, if you have not received my workbook, let me just grab it up here to explain this to you. Seeing Your Attorney for the First Time is a free workbook that I hand out, and I send you the download with your email address. I can send you the download. This is, I think it's like 36 pages or so. It goes through what mediation is like. It also goes through helping you prepare to see your attorney. So let me tell you why that's important. If you walk into your attorney's office and you say, I'm going through a divorce, the first hour you're going to spend with your attorney, he or she is going to say, tell me what happened. Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. The second hour, your attorney is going to say, these are the documents that we need to get together. Okay, so you've already spent 2 hours in your attorney's office. The average price for an attorney is about $350 and up. So instead, using this workbook, you fill out all of this. You get all the documents together that you need. You walk into your attorney's office and you say, let's get to work. These are the documents that I need for you to take my case. And I am going to be knowledgeable enough and empowered enough to know that my attorney is not my therapist. I'm going to go to my support group, or I'm going to go to my therapist to get the healing that I need. That is so important for you to save a lot of time, energy, and money. Now, I will tell you, your attorney is going to listen to every detail of your story. And some of those details are going to be important for the attorney to know, but not all of them. So if you go into your attorney expecting him to be your therapist and to expect you to work through all of these emotions that you're dealing with, it's too expensive. And that's not his qualification, his or her, your attorney's qualification. It is better suited to work with your divorce coach, to work with your therapist, to work in your support group, to deal with all of the things that you are going through. And this not only is going to clarify for you, it's going to save you a lot of money. So a divorce coach is going to support you in all facets. You are going to talk about the emotions with going through this process of divorce. You are going to talk about all the decisions that you need to make. And this, again, this is individual, one-on-one. We do that also in group, but I'm talking as a divorce coach. I'm going to go through all facets of this with you. The emotional, the legal, the financial. Now, I'm not going to advise you in any of those areas, but I'm going to help you get organized and help you find your network of experts that you need financially, spiritually, emotionally, perhaps even legally. Some people come to me before they even have their attorney, which is very wise. So a divorce coach is going to, again, they're going to support you in all facets of the divorce. They're going to walk alongside you. I have gone to mediations with people. I have gone to court with people. Whatever you decide you want a divorce coach to do, they are going to do with you. The divorce coach is going to do with you. We're going to work alongside of an attorney. And the beauty of a divorce coach, we're not as expensive as an attorney. I can answer the questions of how this process is going to go. I can answer the questions of how do I get ready for mediation? I'm a mediator. So I can help guide you through that, prepare you for that. Not only give you the book, but walk through the book with you if you'd like. So I don't know why anyone would go through a divorce without a divorce coach. Especially because they're less expensive than an attorney. Now, again, I'm not going to give you legal advice. That's not my role. But I can prepare you to work with your attorney to give you the questions for your attorney. And also, if you and your spouse are able to work together, you can come to a mediation without an attorney. And if that confuses you a little bit, let me just explain. So, and I do these frequently. I have people who, they know they can work together. They know they have to decide this. They understand that basically the law is we're going to split things 50-50. We just have to arrange on how that's going to work. And there are many creative ways in which that can work. So you come together with a mediator, you sit down, you work through all of these details. And then I, as a mediator, will prepare this legal agreement, this agreement that with your signature is a legal document. However, if you're without an attorney, I don't want you to sign it then. I want you to take this legal document, each to your own separate attorney, have them review this document, show you all of the areas where you may be vulnerable. There may be tax implications, there may be some legal liabilities that you're not aware of, and I cannot advise you on as a mediator. I can as a coach, but not as a mediator. So, and then you are able to come back with this signed document, and we can put that into a judgment of divorce. You can take it to the courts, and your divorce can be complete. Now, I made that sound much simpler than it is, but I want you to know that it is possible to go through this process with minimal contact with an attorney. Depends on your situation. If you've been married less than 5 years and you don't have any kids, oh my word, absolutely, you should go to a mediator to get this marriage dissolved and not start with attorneys. So there are many different ways. I offer free consultation. My first hour is free. So if you want to speak to your particular case, just let me know. We can set up a time. We can talk through this. Okay, so that is information. Thank you. Thank you. I have a feeling I know where that came from, Nathaniel. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I have worked with many of his clients and appreciate that a privilege to do so. So thank you very much. So back to, where were we? A divorce mediator. What in the world is that? A divorce mediator is going to be someone who's going to help you get through the process of divorce. Really what they are is this neutral third person. So when I am a divorce coach, I am all about supporting you. I am on your side. I'm your advocate. I'm your support. When I am a mediator, I can't be your mediator if I'm your divorce coach, because as your mediator, I am a neutral third party. I am impartial. I like to say I'm partial toward both of you. I want both of you to get what you need to move forward. But I'm not going to side with either one of you. I can't. That's not my role. It's not my job. Now, typically in mediations, you do have your attorney there who is supporting you, directing you, and standing up for you. But I am this neutral person in the middle as a mediator. And my role really is to be in charge of the process. I'm going to keep you and the attorneys and the other party on track. We are going to have structure here to get through some very difficult and very emotional topics. Many times people will want to derail the mediation by getting off on this emotional tangent. Now, sometimes those emotions are necessary to process, but when they cease being effective and productive, then it's my role to stop the emotional comments that are going on. So my guide, I'm going to keep this on track. You want this to be on track because you're paying your attorneys and you're also paying your mediator. And again, this is not your place for therapy. It's not the place to punish the other person. This is a place to come into with your best business sense, to look at the numbers, to look at the facts, to deal with them. Those are the assets and the debts. And then you also have to determine the parenting time for the children, for the minor children. So it's my job to be in charge of this process. And sometimes I have to speak to attorneys. Sometimes I have to speak to clients, attorneys that want to take over the mediation. I need to speak to them. Sometimes, many times, most of the times, the attorneys come in and they are very helpful in guiding their client and helping me to guide the process of mediations. I already clarified this or spoke on this, that I can hold mediations without attorneys. But again, I'm going to request, I'm going to have this agreement all typed up, all pretty, and then I'm going to give it to each person and say, now go and get an attorney and have them review this document for you. Because I don't want you to have any surprises. You've had enough surprises going through divorce. You don't want any more surprises. So, so let's make sure that it's airtight, it's solid, it's legal, it has deadlines on it, it's clear and precise and covers all the bases. So the mediator typically, not always, but typically will create the agreement, even when the attorneys are there. So I'm going to create this agreement, and then the clients, the parties with their attorneys are going to review this agreement, or we'll, as a group, we'll go through all of this agreement. And once it is cleared by the attorneys and the clients, we are ready to sign this document. When we do, we make it a legally binding document. When it is attached to a judgment of divorce, your divorce is then complete. Now, all of these rules that I've just went through, everything changes if there is abuse in the situation. Everything is guarded, is different. I may do a what's called a shuttle mediation when I go between party to party. I don't bring them into the same room. So every case really is unique, has special details that need to be tended to, that need to be cared for, with given attention with great care. Let me just say that. And that's been my role for the past many years. And I want you empowered as you go through the process. That's exactly why I created this workbook. It's exactly why I believe in the mediation process. Because if you don't go through mediation and you don't get things settled, what's going to happen is you go before the judge. And it's a huge risk to go before the judge because you do not know what he or she is going to decide. They may decide something neither one of you like. And oh, the times where I have had people throw up their hands and say, I'll just let the judge decide, to their detriment. You are always better being empowered to make those decisions for your life and your future. So I know this is a lot of information that we've run through. I do want to give you just a couple of quick verses. Which is, where did my verse go? Oh, I didn't stick. The verse is in 1 Thessalonians, to live at peace, with everyone. And sometimes living at peace with everyone means that you have to be very smart and very shrewd and very steadfast, consistent, and stand your ground. Sometimes that requires peace. There's peace and strength. And so if I can be of help, certainly reach out, be in touch. Let me know how I can be of help to you. And I look forward to helping you get through this messy transition onto the destination of a better life, a life of peace, a life of purpose, a life that moves forward. Thanks for hanging out with me on this Friday night. This is Kathy Beatty, walking with you every step of the way through the trauma and after the trauma of divorce. Have a good evening.